Welcome back, everybody, to the Fort Walton Beach Chamber Business Forum here on Cox. I am so excited to have my dear friend Tony Richardson from the Best Western on Okaloosa Island with me today. Tony, welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Glad to be here.
Tony and I have been friends since the day she moved into town. Literally, I can't go into details because of the time, but we actually met, I think she'd been in town about an hour.
Yes, that's correct.
And that's a whole nother story that we're not going to go into today. But anyway, she's a dear friend and has been ever since that day. Tony is the Sales and Marketing Director at the Best Western. She also, like my previous guest, was elected to the Board of Directors this year for 2013. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, Mark.
I also asked Tony to serve on my executive committee this year, and she graciously accepted that. Tony, as far as the chamber goes, she chaired our tourism committee last year, took that committee to another level. We have more participation in that than we've ever had. She is the co-chair of our member discount providers this year. She chaired our annual banquet this year and our Mardi Gras parade this year. And those two happen to be back-to-back weeks. Tony, every one of those events was absolutely phenomenal, the best we've ever had, and you did a great job, and I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Mark. It's just not me, it's the whole committee. Like, I took a whole village to pull those off.
And I knew you were going to bring that up, 'cause that's why I didn't. It does take dozens and dozens of volunteers and dedicated people, but and sometimes you wonder if we're going to get it done, but we always do.
Yes, we did.
And I appreciate that. So, want to talk about the Best Western here in a minute, but let's talk about the chamber for a second.
Sure.
You're new on the board. We've only had a couple of meetings. New on the executive committee. You're getting your feet on the ground. We're off and running. Obviously, it's been busy, as I just alluded to. How's it been so far? How's it been for you?
It is a remarkable experience. I have lived all over the United States, and I have never seen a Chamber of Commerce this engaged in my entire career. Phenomenal. The position on the board, of course, I'm so excited about that. And the executive committee, working with you is a thrill for me. I love our board members. I love all of our members. I believe in the chamber. I mean, I'm very passionate about it. I talk about it everywhere I go. I bring my coastlines when I travel. I truly am just so thrilled to be part of this organization.
Well, that's great. I like to hear that, and that speaks volumes for the chamber. And I'll say this right now: if you're not part of the chamber and you're in business, you should become part of this chamber, because this is what it does. We are everywhere in this community, and we're doing great things for this community. Besides promoting your business and making good friends along the way.
Absolutely.
So, Tony's a perfect example of how to get involved and how to make your chamber work for you. Best Western, Okaloosa Island.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Best Western. You hosted our VIPs, our judges as such, at the Mardi Gras parade.
Yep.
I thought that was a great marketing thing you did. I know the Best Western had a good day there. That's 2 years in a row, I believe.
Yes.
Tell me what's going on at the Best Western. What's going on there? What's new? What's happening?
Oh, it's my favorite topic. We just are doing so many great changes. Our owner, Bruce McAlpin, he's just a visionary, so he's constantly working to improve the property and make things happen, and it really is at its very best right now. We're under renovations. We actually just put in 40-inch TVs and some brand new bedding and window treatments, and we just keep progressing in that direction. It's just a great place. I mean, we have, if you've never been there, you need to stop by at the very least at our Swizzle Stick Lounge.
Swizzle Sticks?
Oh yes, absolutely. And our Cabana Bar in the summertime. The place is a great place to work. And when you have good owners and you have a good management team and a good staff, and it just moves so beautifully together, it's just a well-oiled machine.
That's awesome. I tell you what I've seen at the Best Western, and before you came to work there, I'm not sure I'd ever been to the Best Western, but living here all my life, as a local, typically you don't go to a hotel, or that's not where you go and socialize. But what I found out at the Best Western, as you mentioned, Swizzle Sticks Lounge, that's probably the smallest lounge in town. That's the most popular lounge for locals. It's amazing how many people that you know go into Swizzle Sticks. And the same in the summertime with the Cabana Bar. Now, the Cabana Bar will open when? Is that April or?
Actually, March 1st, weather depending.
Okay, so it depends on the weather. So they have a great Cabana Bar out there by the pool with tables and everything else that you watch the sunset. I've got pictures on my iPad of the sunset in there behind the Best Western. Just a great view. So I guess what I'm saying is you're very unique in that way that locals come there.
And we actually pride ourselves on being unique. Any correspondence we send out or when we talk about the hotel always mentions the fact that we are unique, or we're actually boutique in a way, because we are different. We're not the traditional hotel, as you can tell from our color schemes and our beautiful paintings and our vases, that it is a collection that's been collected from the owner and the general manager over many years, and it comes all together very beautifully. But yes, to the local bar story, absolutely. In fact, it's been called sometimes the little notorious bar in Okaloosa County, because there's been some people there that have been from all levels coming in and having a cocktail, but it's really because we have great bartenders and the best martinis in town.
There you go. And you've also been nice enough to, we're having quite a few of our executive committee meetings,
yes.
Committee meetings, anything that has to do with events or anything like that. You have made the Best Western available for the Chamber at no charge to use your meeting rooms, and we appreciate that. Not everybody will do that. So,
well, we really believe in being involved in the community. It's a very important. Our general manager has been involved with. It's why we're so involved with MAC, the MDP, the meetings there. We do a lot of work in those areas, and we do donate a lot of our time and space and anything we can do to help with the community as they need it.
Well, and I know the Chamber really appreciates that. And your general manager, Ellen
Bragg, yes.
She's so sweet, and
yes,
your
she
owner,
is.
and your owner. We the Chamber, from the Chamber, we really appreciate that. You've done a lot for us. We've got a short time left. I want to ask you. Everybody wants to know, how are we looking for the season? Do we have a feel on that yet? Do we have a grasp on that?
Yes, we do. March. This year, Easter is early, so it is actually at the end of March, so the spring break has moved up, so our March has already started to, for example, we're sold out of our inland rooms for a good part of March. We still have beachfronts available, but yes, it seems to be that the spring season is starting to shape up rather nicely.
Good. I know as a business owner and everybody around the community, we're looking forward to a storm-free, great weather season this year, and get all these people in town so they can spend their money with us.
Absolutely.
Tony, as always, it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Well, thank you, Mark.
I really appreciate you coming in, and I'm glad you're on the board this year. And if you need a place to stay, or you need to book a room for your family's vacation, or your relatives that are coming to town, please call the Best Western on Okaloosa Island. They will treat you right, I can assure you.
And ask them to please say Fort Walton Beach Chamber.
There you go.
For their discount.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed being here today, and we'll see you next month on the Chamber Business Forum with Cox. Thank you.